Rod Laver was born in Rockhampton, Queensland, Australia in August 1938. Laver was the youngest of three boys that had a tennis court in their yard. One night on the floodlit court, Laver's brothers were being coached by Charlie Hollis when they noticed 10-year-old Rod looking through the fence. Hollis invited Rod to play. He could see the elder boys were hot-headed, whereas Rod was even-tempered. On seeing Rod, Harry Hopman called him the Rockhampton Rocket in mockery of his slow court speed, but later he became fast. In the 1960 Australian final, Rod faced Neil Fraser.
I felt very fortunate because I was down a couple of sets, match point, struggled through it. Probably the crowd was on my side being a Queenslander, but it was really probably the best thing that ever happened to my career because it gave me the feeling that I'd made it.
Fraser gained his revenge in the Wimbledon final that year. Laver took his first Wimbledon title in 1961 over Chuck McKinley. Laver won the 1962 Australian and French titles, beating Roy Emerson in both finals. In the Wimbledon final, he faced Martin Mulligan. Laver faced Emerson in the US final, as Rod attempted to win the calendar Grand Slam. Laver turned professional at the end of the year.
It wasn't a hard decision, really, because Gonzalez and Hode and Rosewall, Amano, Buckholz, McKay were all professional.
Laver finished second in the 1963 World Series to Ken Rosewall. However, he was world champion by winning tournament series in 1965, 1966 and 1967, as well as winning the US Pro in 1964, 1966 and 1967, 4 Wembley Pros from 1964 to 67 and the French Pro in 1967. At the first Open Wimbledon in 1968, Laver faced Tony Roach in the final.
It was all over. Rod Laver had beaten Tony Roach 6-3, 6-4, 6-2.
Laver married American Mary Benson in 1966 and moved to America. They remained married until Mary's death in 2012. In the 1969 Australian Open, Laver won an epic semi-final against Roach and beat Andres Gimeno in the final. Rod then won the French Open, beating Rosewall in the final. In the Wimbledon final, Laver trailed John Newcombe 4-1 at one set, all before winning in 4 sets.
Had him on the ropes, and about 20 minutes later he's got me on the ropes, and I didn't quite have that magic to get out of it.
That's it.
Laver beat Roach in the US final to win his second calendar Grand Slam. He retired in 1978.
I think it was more meaningful for me to have won the Grand Slam against open competition with all the players, eligible to compete. I felt in '62 there were a lot of better players than me out there, but just couldn't play because of professionalism. And this way, we were all in the same events, and I felt a lot of pride and satisfaction having been able to have accomplished again.
Laver, with double Grand Slams behind him, brought to the game a sort of a new dimension, power and everything else. Had every shot there was to play, and he learned a great deal from the rest of the boys as well. He had one thing on his serve, which was the left-hander's kick serve going the wrong way to the right-hander, which was very difficult.
Rodney was very fast. He was very fit. He was very quick. He had all the shots. He had a daring. And when things got tight, he would just crank it up one more notch and hit it harder. And I would love to have seen him play with a mid or oversized racket. I think he would have been absolutely awesome.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.